Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the biggest show of the year, Battle Sanctuary.
The rest of the roster, kick it up a notch or two. It's a sold-out crowd tonight. We Styles at ringside with
Excalibur joins
Taz to call the action.
Ladies and gentlemen, the opening contest is a tag team match. Randy Orton and Ted DiBiase Jr., The Legacy. Boo! We suck, Legacy. Boo! The Animal Batista. Well, who is his mystery partner gonna be? Who has Batista brought to Battle Sanctuary? He looks hyped.
Wrestling has more than one royal family.
The American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Wow, what a partnership here tonight. Batista, Cody Rhodes to take on Legacy. History between all members in this match. Whoa! Looks like Cody's gonna start this match. And here we go, Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton locking up. What a history between these two. And a great tag team match to start off. Battle Sanctuary, the fans are into it. Shoulder block, neither man budges. Randy Orton goes back to the headlock. Cody Rhodes with the elbows to the midsection. And he's able to get the hammer lock on Randy Orton, but Randy Orton reverses into his own hammer lock. Cody Rhodes struggling to get out of the hammerlock, and Orton just throws him down to the mat. Orton with a hammerlock on the back of Rhodes, but Rhodes gets to his feet, and back to the wrong corner goes Rhodes. The tag made to Ted DiBiase Jr. and stomps to the midsection as Randy Orton still has the hammerlock in and drives him down into a DDT. Randy Orton proud of his handiwork. But Ted DiBiase couldn't keep Cody Rhodes down. Cody Rhodes with an uppercut on the head of Ted DiBiase. Hurricane Rana by Rhodes and goes for the tag. But a nice cutoff by Ted DiBiase, sending him back to his corner. But Rhodes with an elbow to Randy Orton. Mistake made by Ted DiBiase. Back body drop to Ted DiBiase. Randy Orton catches Cody Rhodes coming in. Oh, and crotches Cody Rhodes and lets him go for the ride. The worst ride. And Ted DiBiase bringing Cody Rhodes back in the hard way. And raining down shots on the head of Cody Rhodes. Cody back up to his feet. Leapfrogs Ted DiBiase. Arm drag made by Cody Rhodes. And the tag to Batista. Batista's in. Clothesline taking down Ted. And here comes the Animal. Throwing Randy Orton in on top of Ted DiBiase. My God, what strength shown by the Animal. Both of Legacy up to get a shoulder block, sending him back down to the mat hard. Ted DiBiase trying to escape the ring. Batista brings him back to the center. Ted DiBiase elbows. Snapmare to Batista. Kicks to the back. Ted DiBiase trying to keep Batista down, but Batista gets right back up in a spine buster center of the ring by the Animal. Batista, Cody Rhodes looking good here tonight, but Randy Orton out of nowhere pulling Batista. Oh my God. Oh man, RKO. Batista's head hitting the apron coming out of that, and now vintage DDT, but Cody Rhodes taking out Randy Orton on the outside, not letting him hit that DDT out on the concrete. There is no protection out there. Clothesline to Randy Orton on the other side of the ring. Ted DiBiase Jr. back up to his feet and just low blows Cody Rhodes.
What the hell? What was that?
He's saying he wasn't the
You want
legal man.
disqualification?
That's
That's
your
illegal.
one, buddy. That is shady. I don't know about that ruling. But Batista there to ram his head into the turnbuckle. Batista, what does he got in mind? Batista bomb off the top rope. No, Ted DiBiase Jr. off the back. Oh my God, priceless. Center of the ring, he nails Priceless. My God, off the top rope. That's got to be it if he can make the tag. Kicks Cody Rhodes off the apron. Only a 2. Can you believe Batista able to kick out after that top rope? Priceless. And now holding Batista down in the headlock as Randy Orton rains down, kicks to the midsection. Ted DiBiase Jr. and Randy Orton. Back body drop to Batista. Good teamwork there. Randy Orton stalking him for the RKO. Ted DiBiase throws him into it. Batista taken out. Cody Rhodes back into the ring. Trying to get Crossroads, and he nails Crossroads. Ted DiBiase misses the clothesline. Cody Cutter, center of the... He nails Randy Orton. He hits the Cody Cutter to Ted DiBiase Jr. on top of Randy Orton's dome. Randy Orton, I thought he was going to try to make the pin, but neither him and Batista are able to. Ted DiBiase pulling Cody Rhodes out of the ring. And now they're up. Randy Orton misses that clothesline wildly, gets the RKO attempt thrown away. And in the corner, Batista rushes in, nails him, has got him up. Batista has Randy Orton up, but Randy Orton off the back of Batista. And RKO. Batista has taken a lot in this match, and he just tried to spear Randy, but Randy throwing him into Cody Rhodes. And Randy Orton has got Batista up. Electric chair drop. Stalking the Animal punt kick. Batista is done for here tonight after this brutal beatdown. Ted DiBiase and Cody Rhodes on the outside. Cody Rhodes throwing Ted DiBiase into the apron. Cody Rhodes rushes in, but Randy Orton throws him through the ropes. Vintage Randy Orton. No, Cody Rhodes able to get out of it, but he threw him onto his partner. And Ted DiBiase Jr., what a missile drop kick. And again kicking Cody Rhodes off the apron. Randy Orton on top of Batista, not even intentional. And the vintage Randy Orton backbreaker might seal the deal for Batista. He's taken way too much offense in this match to recover, I do believe. Ted DiBiase Jr. back on his team's corner. RKO and the Legacy dominate this match. Their chemistry is just too intact. Ted DiBiase Jr. holding off Cody Rhodes, and the Legacy take it home here tonight. What a win for Randy Orton and Ted DiBiase Jr. here at Battle Sanctuary. The Legacy. What is your favorite part of the APE Wrestling Superstore?
The hot bitch.
The Olympic gold medalist, Kurt Angle.
representing Seekers of Justice, Super Rosie.
Going for the lockup, but Angle underneath with the waist lock. Rosie gets back body dropped as he tries to escape. But Rosie with that up kick coming off the mat. And Rosie with a build to Kurt Angle. Goes for a clothesline. Angle ducks underneath and one German suplex to start the match. Starting out in the early goings, the German suplexes Angle loves to implement. We know we'll see more throughout the match. Up to the top rope, Rosie tries to come in but misses. Angle off the back of Rosie, flipping off the back and then takes him down. The Olympic gold medalist not playing around tonight, just slapping the head of Rosie. Complete disrespect. Rosie up, arm drag, now has the back of Kurt Angle. And look at Rosie showing off, spinning off the back of Kurt Angle and slapping the head. Rosie goes for a kick, but Kurt Angle catches it, spins him around. Rosie goes for another kick, a little bit higher towards the head, but Angle able to duck underneath. Olympic slam, no, Rosie off the back of Kurt Angle. Has got him in a choke. Puts his legs on the top rope and neck breaker. Hangman's neck breaker by Rosie, springing up to the top with a leg drop. Rosie with a pin. Only a 1 count. Now Rosie's got the back of Kurt Angle. He's got all of his weight on this headlock, but Angle able to get up. Gets forearmed in the forehead. Leapfrog. And a slam by Rosie. Beautiful slam. And a forearm across the head. And Angle gets up from that forearm pissed off and runs into a brick wall in Rosie. But Angle catches him belly to belly suplex. Angle up to the top rope. Goes for the moonsault early but misses. And Rosie with another forearm. And Rosie going to the top rope. Clothesline by Rosie off the top rope, catching all of Kurt Angle with that clothesline. Rosie trying to get the crowd behind him as he goes to the other side to the top rope, but Angle just a complete beast running and suplexing him off the top rope like only Kurt Angle can. Giving him no time to prepare to try to shove him off the top rope. And now hammering down on Kurt Angle, but Angle, another belly-to-belly suplex, relentless as Kurt Angle in the second German suplex of the match, and he holds on to the waist, going for another one, taking a ride that nobody wants to take. Kurt Angle picking him up. Rosie shoots him off to the rope. As he comes back, he misses the spinning clothesline, and Kurt Angle with the Olympic slam. No, Rosie counters it into an arm drag. Impressive counter. Kurt Angle in the corner and the spiral splash by Rosie. Rosie going for a powerbomb perhaps, but Angle tries to reverse it. Rosie off the back, trips a leg. Moonsault center of the ring, but misses, and the Olympic slam. Kurt Angle nails it that time. Going for the pin. Only a 2. This has been a great back and forth match between these two. Rosie already back to his feet. 3 huge shots to Angle. Angle takes out the legs. Going for the ankle lock again. And this time it looks like he's got it synced in. Rosie flipping out. Yes, Rosie able to get out before any damage was done to his ankle. Going for another kick. That enziguri-like kick. Kurt Angle catches the ankle, but Rosie to the ropes. My God, what shots by Kurt Angle on the neck, the back of the neck. Goes for another German, but Rosie counters it into a crossbody. Kurt Angle ducks underneath. Another belly to belly, perhaps. No, Rosie counters it into a Russian leg sweep in the center of the ring, and Rosie up to the top rope. Going for that leg drop once again. A turnaround leg drop from the top rope. Kurt Angle with a neck breaker. Clothesline out onto the apron. Kurt Angle to the top rope. Moonsault all the way across the ring. That was some distance by Kurt Angle to cover, and he covered all of it. He got all of that moonsault, but it wasn't enough. Raining down shots on the head of Rosie. German suplex turns him inside out. Rosie comes back with a clothesline, catches Kurt Angle coming in. Flatliner, and oh my God, he just flipped. A standing Spanish fly by the absolute superhero of a man, Super Rosie. What a forearm there. Full Nelson slam in the center of the ring, and Rosie going to the top rope once again. Angle there to meet him once again. My God, Kurt Angle relentless, but gets dropped. Rosie misses the elbow drop, and Kurt Angle grabbing the ankle. And this could be it. Kurt Angle with that ankle lock in once again. Rosie able to wiggle free. My God, he counters into a pin, but Kurt Angle rolling through into his own pin. Only a 2 count. He was stacked high up on his shoulders. Kurt Angle trying to catch the rope, catch a break, but Rosie right there behind him. Angle shrugs him off, and a back elbow, and another shot by Kurt Angle. Just when you think he's down, just when you think Rosie's down, both of these men have another gas tank in them. A second win. Rosie tosses Kurt Angle across the ring, up to the second rope. What a drop kick from the second rope by Rosie, sending Kurt Angle all the way across the ring. Angle up, climbing the ropes. Rosie right there. Oh my God, split-legged Spanish fly. Angle kicks out at 1 though. Rosie, what a shot by Rosie, picking Kurt Angle back up. Kurt Angle, another German suplex as he finds a way around Rosie. Rosie back up with a spiral clothesline. What a clothesline by Rosie, and another one. And that could be it. Rosie, some heavy artillery to the Olympic gold medalist, telling referee Julia Price to move out of the way. Rosie up to the top rope again in this match. Spiral clothesline, spiral forearm, and Rosie, what a winner, Super Rosie. For the Olympic gold medalist here tonight, he just kept coming back when Kurt Angle would not stop. Kurt Angle doesn't stop, but he got shut down tonight by Rosie. Super Rosie. Well, coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, we are waiting for the steel cage to lower. It's the Death Grips Tag Team Championships match. In a steel cage. Will Ospreay and Kenny Omega, the Death Grips Tag Team Champions, the Omega Assassins. Whoa. Eric Rowan and Brody Lee, the Bludgeon Brothers. We're underway with this steel cage match. Kenny Omega flipping off of Eric Rowan and gets caught by his partner Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay throws Omega into Brody Lee, and then a V-trigger by Kenny Omega to Eric Rowan and Will Ospreay to the top of the steel cage. And a stomp off the steel cage by Will Ospreay as Kenny Omega was holding Eric Rowan. Brody Lee back into the ring and oh my god, he just threw Will Ospreay to the top of the cage. What strength Eric Rowan has got Kenny Omega. And he just catapults him. And Brody Lee, with his help, catapults Kenny Omega to the top of the cage. And the Bludgeon Brothers showing their strength early on. What are they? They got him hooked. Suplex. Superplex. Super double plex off the top of the cage. Wow. Brody Lee throwing Will Ospreay into the side of the cage as Eric Rowan chokes out Kenny Omega in the corner. And now both Bludgeon Brothers stomping down Kenny Omega in the corner. And they pick him up. And Eric Rowan throwing Kenny Omega into the cage, but Kenny Omega climbing out. Now the Bludgeon Brothers climbing after Kenny Omega. Eric Rowan's got him caught. Is he going to bring him back into the cage? The only way you can win this cage match is by pinfall or submission. And Will Ospreay just used Brody Lee to catapult onto the head of Eric Rowan. He's going to Hurricane Rana him out, but Brody Lee catching the legs of Eric Rowan. I think Brody Lee expected Eric Rowan to outstrength both men. Oh my god, they all tumble out onto the concrete. Kenny Omega up, stomping down on Eric Rowan. What a way to kick off this cage match, and Brody Lee just sending Kenny Omega into those steel steps. And now has Kenny Omega pile drivers him onto the bottom half portion of those steel steps. And now Will Ospreay picking up Brody Lee and just Styles clashed him onto Eric Rowan. The Omega Assassins and the Bludgeon Brothers having a classic here, and we are only like 3 minutes into this match. The Omega Assassins working together to pull these steel steps close together. And look at this, a barbed wire board being implemented in a steel cage match. And a suplex onto those steps. Oh, the worst part, you can get suplex on the steps. And Will Ospreay with a missile dropkick off the top of this cage. He landed on concrete, folks. He's got to be done for. His forearms hitting that concrete as he was coming down off the cage to drop kick Eric Rowan. And now Kenny Omega with a table to Brody Lee, but Brody Lee able to counter. And now has Will Ospreay and sends him into the side of the steel cage. And again into the side of the steel cage. Will Ospreay's got to be momentarily out of sorts as Brody Lee has got Kenny Omega up and power bombs him into Ospreay. And a boot. Sliding basement boot by Brody Lee. And now Eric Rowan up after being missile drop kicked by Will Ospreay off the top of that steel cage. He sets up a table. And the Bludgeon Brothers has Kenny Omega and stomps to Brody Lee to Will Ospreay as Eric Rowan looks to powerbomb Omega, but Omega with a V-trigger to Rowan. Rowan on the table. Brody Lee, how is Will Ospreay up? Will Ospreay Hurricane Rana. Brody Lee on the concrete and up to the top of the steel cage. And up to the top rope now. Omega's got Brody Lee. One Wing Angel. No way. What are we about to see? Will Ospreay springs up. Sky Twister press. And the One Winged Angel through the table. The Bludgeon Brothers both just took a nasty impact. But Brody Lee, how the hell? Throwing Omega into Ospreay, climbing the cage. Omega up, Hurricane Rana to Brody Lee, but no, Brody Lee has got Omega up top. Power bomb to the center of the ring. How was Omega able to kick out of that? Ospreay has got Eric Rowan going for the Stormbreaker. Is Will Ospreay to Eric Rowan, but no, Brody Lee making the save. Wow. Pulling him back into the cage where they have Kenny Omega 2-on-1. Ospreay not gonna let that happen. Here comes Ospreay. No way, Oscutter. He tried to pull him out, but Brody Lee much too powerful, like Omega trying to Hurricane Rana him. He got caught. Oh my God, Brody Lee powerbomb the spine of Will Ospreay on the top of that cage, and now Kenny Omega gets caught by Eric Rowan as he was trying to take out Brody Lee in a doomsday device by the Bludgeon Brothers of the Wyatt family. Now Eric Rowan has Will Ospreay up on the top of the cage. And Ospreay has got the arms hooked. Ospreay able to fight off Eric Rowan. Omega, what offense there into the corner onto Brody Lee. Stormbreaker. He's got him up. No way. Through the table onto the barbed wire board. Rowan using the cage to pull himself out of the barbed wire, but Omega with a V trigger to the hands. And he turns around and gets the big boot by Brody Lee. Brody Lee now climbing to the top of the cage with Omega in hand as both of their partners is incapacitated. And Brody Lee, what a clothesline off the top of the cage, sending Omega down. And he's got him back up, sending him into the black hole slam. That's got to do it. Brody Lee with the pin, and in comes Julia Price. Only a 2. How the hell did Kenny Omega kick out of this? How was anybody from this match still standing? Will Ospreay, here he comes climbing back up. Brody Lee bringing him back in. Superplex. Superplexing him onto his partner. That is hard to watch. A lot of what has happened in this match is hard to watch. Eric Rowan handing in Brody Lee a sledgehammer through the grates of the cage. And Brody Lee, heavy shots from the sledgehammer to both members of Omega Assassins. And Brody Lee now with Will Ospreay, and he just tosses Will Ospreay out of the cage. And Brody Lee, boot off the top of the cage. That is it. The Bludgeon Brothers are the new Death Grips Tag Team Champions, folks. What a steel cage match this was. And they are out of here, the new champions, crowned here at Battle Sanctuary. We will find out what is in the treasure chest. But coming up, wait, what is this? Roman and Mercedes, they don't have a match tonight.
Cut my music. The worst decision management
Has made not putting me and Roman,
on the biggest show of the year.
and we have no match, and we're the champions.
Oh, hold on.
It just so happens that we,
We have a surprise for you.
this better be good. The fact that I don't have a match here tonight and Mercedes doesn't have a match here tonight is criminal. So whoever is coming out tonight, be prepared for an ass whipping, son. And be prepared.
What? Darby Allin! Rhea Ripley! What a surprise! What a face-off! Darby Allin jump at Roman Reigns. Mercedes swinging the belt at Rhea, but a riptide. And Darby Allin has got the microphone and takes Roman Reigns out with it. Rhea Ripley throwing Mercedes Moné out onto Roman Reigns. And what a duo we have in the division, in the mixed tag team division. Darby, Darby, Rhea, Rhea. Let's go! We'll see you on Desolation, and we're taking your titles. Following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. Wesley. And his opponent, Wes Lee. Wesley. Wesley, Ric Flair, and this one is personal. These two were tag team partners. Wesley rolling Ric Flair up, going for that kick, but Ric Flair caught that kick, rolls through. As the leg of Wesley going for the figure four early on, but Wesley kicks him off. And an arm drag. I was saying Ric Flair low-blowed Wesley in one of the biggest matches of his career, leading up to Battle Sanctuary. And now Wesley's Battle Sanctuary match is his mentor. But he admits he was riding the coattails of Ric Flair in order to get ahead. But he didn't expect Ric Flair to do what he did in that short amount of time. Of course, you got to expect it out of Ric Flair eventually. And Ric Flair, what a nice submission here. He comes down, he's still got it locked in, but Wesley able to turn it around, kick to the midsection off the back of Ric Flair. And Wesley underneath Ric Flair, but Ric Flair riding him like a surfboard. He caught him and then an elbow to the back. And that is just the pure experience of the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. He has been there and done that in every facet of this business. And he's going to look to take it out. Take what he knows, his knowledge of this business, out on Wesley here tonight. Wesley, though, reverses, rolls Ric Flair through. And Wesley building up some momentum here. Big arm drag. Sending Ric Flair across the ring. Ric Flair in the corner. Wesley charges in. Nice drop kick. Up to the top rope, springboard, Hurricane Rana, but no, Ric Flair holds on. Oh man, nice, using the ropes to catapult him into that power bomb. And neck breaker there while he was caught up in the middle rope. Ric Flair goes for the forearm and nails it. Wes Lee getting took charge of here by the Nature Boy. You can't let them build up momentum like this. It's going to be very hard to make a comeback. Ric Flair stretching them out now. And Wes Lee able to get his arms free, but Ric Flair just turning it into another hold altogether, keeping him grounded. Wes Lee making it up to his feet and a jawbreaker. And it's able to set him free, and then a Pele, and he nails that Pele. Back up to his feet. Wes Lee setting Ric Flair up in his sights. Spring handstand springboard off the back of Ric Flair, and then a flip heel kick. Hitting Ric Flair dead center, the back of the neck, and then another handstand springboard. A foot stomp, and then coming down with the knees. Tilt-a-whirl, throwing Flair into the corner. Wes Lee charges in, but misses there. And Ric Flair, nice suplex. Stopping the momentum, flying in with a forearm and raining down heavy shots on Wes Lee. Ric Flair suplex. Oh my god, nasty suplex into the ropes. Can do some major damage. Wes Lee trips Ric Flair out onto the apron. Springboard drop kick. Beautiful by Wes Lee. Skins the cat out onto the apron, up to the top rope. Leapfrogs over Ric Flair, coming into the corner, and then a drop kick to Ric Flair in the corner. Rips Ric Flair center of the ring. Wes Lee has Ric Flair up. Power bomb, sit down style, center of the ring. But a clothesline by Flair. And now he's got it. Figure four locked in, center of the ring. Wes Lee. Will he be able to get out of this or turn it around? Looks like he just used the shirt of Sting to help pull him over. And Ric Flair makes it to the rope before any damage was done on his own hold. Wes Lee gets stomped on by Ric Flair. His ankle stomped on. Ric Flair with the ankles of Wes Lee now. And a monkey flip. Wes Lee springs up. Spring again over the head of Ric Flair. Ric Flair finally catches him. Rolls through. And a punt kick to the head of Ric Flair. Field goal kick. Ric Flair making it to his feet. Wes Lee handstand springboard onto Ric Flair, and then a Hurricane Rana. West Coast Pop style with the pin, but Ric Flair kicks out. Back and forth between these two. No telling who's going to win this one. See it going either way. Both men are down. I just hope we get to see a fair fight. We don't see any interference from Charlotte Flair or any other person that Ric Flair wants to hire, like JBL perhaps. Suplex. We've seen him implement JBL services in the past. On the Go Home show, actually. Sling blade neck breaker and a stomp. Ric Flair. Russian leg sweep, bringing Wes Lee back to the center of the ring. Pops him up on his shoulders. Steamroller. Ric Flair up to the top rope. And coming back with a coffin drop or an elbow drop, but eats the knees of Wes Lee. Ric Flair throwing everybody off here tonight. Showing us some offense that we don't normally see by the Nature Boy. Drop kick by Wes Lee. Heads up to the top rope. UFO splash. And that's gotta be it. He comes down with the knees. And Wesley with the win here tonight. What a win for Wesley. Let's go, West. What a great match. And we told you that we would show you what is in this treasure chest. And here is the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. This is my treasure chest. And inside, well, what else did you think was in it? It's money and gold. And I have created a pay-per-view for after Battle of the Brands next month. So in 2 months' time, Arena. The winner of the Arena tournament gets it all. The following contest is a triple threat match for the APE Powerbomb Championship. Introducing first, Liv Morgan. Triple threat for the Powerbomb champion, and Liv Morgan runs into a lariat. Bliss drop kick Jamie Hayter and lands on Liv Morgan. Now pummeling Jamie Hayter in the corner. Monkey flip, double monkey flip. Alexa Bliss monkey flips into Liv Morgan, and then Morgan ends it. Morgan sends Bliss out of the ring, and then a drop kick off the top rope. Morgan taking it to the champion, throwing her across the ring, going for the Oblivion early, but gets caught and gets slammed across to the other side of the ring. And comes Bliss. Bliss has got Jamie Hayter up in a flapjack. Bliss throwing Jamie Hayter into the ropes and then trips her onto the apron as Bliss and flips in through the middle and top rope, and an Oblivion to Liv. Bliss hits the Oblivion on Liv Morgan and a pile driver. Oh my god, a nasty pile driver. Bliss showing out here tonight. Will she take home the Powerbomb champion? She gets crotched on top and thrown onto Liv Morgan by Jamie Hayter, and then an elbow onto the pile of Alexa Bliss and Liv Morgan. Bliss with a kick to the head and then through the ropes onto the back of Jamie Hayter. Bliss head scissoring Liv Morgan into Jamie Hayter and then over onto the apron herself, forearm to Jamie Hayter. Liv Morgan back onto the apron, throwing Bliss back in onto the middle rope. Hurricane Rana, but Bliss holding on. And Bliss throwing Liv Morgan into the gut of Jamie Hayter and throwing them both into the same corner. And Bliss coming in with all of her body, just flinging it into both women in the corner. A back senton. Bliss now choking the life out of Liv Morgan, and it's triple threat rules. Jamie Hayter. Wow, just skins the cat, kicking Liv through the ropes. And then hoisting Alexa Bliss up, rolling through with her on her shoulders. And a huge flapjack, returning the flapjack to Bliss. And now a gut wrench, throwing her down, drop kick center of the ring. And goes for a suicide dive, but gets met with a forearm by Alexa Bliss. Or by Liv Morgan, I'm sorry. Liv Morgan up to the top rope and an elbow drop and splash onto Bliss and Jamie Hayter. And she's got the cover on Bliss, but Hayter breaks it up, saving her Powerbomb Championship. Tossing Liv Morgan out onto the apron and stomping down on her. Now stomping down on Bliss. Jamie Hayter up on the top rope for a split leg, but gets caught. Alexa Bliss. Bliss has Jamie Hayter up. Liv Morgan up on the apron. Springboard burning hammer stomp combination. Jamie Hayter's got to be taken out of this match, and an oblivion to Bliss, and this might be Liv Morgan's night. But somehow Jamie Hayter's back up, goes for the Haterade, but Liv Morgan out of the way. Liv Morgan's got her rolled up. 2. Alexa Bliss back to her feet. And Bliss ducks underneath. Shot to Liv Morgan. And going for Liv's patented crucifix driver, but Liv shrugs her off onto Jamie Hayter. Bliss has got Hayter, and she hits it. Sister Abigail by Bliss, and Liv Morgan with a knee taking out Bliss. And now bringing in the trash can, and Liv Morgan up to the top rope, missile drop kick to Bliss as Bliss makes it back to her feet. Just in time to eat both feet of Liv Morgan, and Liv, what does she do? And dumping out. Oh no, a pile of thumbtacks being spread across the ring by Liv Morgan. She out of her mind, and Bliss catches her. Sister Abigail, no. Onto the trash can instead. Crazy to say saved by the trash can. Jamie Hayter, Haterade, but Bliss flipping through. And Bliss has got Jamie Hayter up. Oh man. Jamie Hayter off the back. Luckily saves herself from falling into those thumbtacks. Liv Morgan from behind picking up Jamie Hayter. Jamie Hayter off the back of Liv Morgan. A big kick by Liv, roll through face planting Jamie Hayter into those tacks. And look how busted open Jamie Hayter is. A river of blood off of those thumbtacks, spiking her all over her front. And Liv Morgan gets shoved out of the ring. Bliss with the, oh my god, Sister Abigail into those thumbtacks. That's the second time Jamie Hayter's going into those pile of thumbtacks face first. The trash can into the head of Liv Morgan, trying to get back into this. And Alexa Bliss is your new Powerbomb champion. And your winner and the new Powerbomb champion, Alexa Bliss. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is for the new level championship. Introducing first, the new level champion, Skella Jade. And Skella J and the X-Later embracing here before their match at Battle Sanctuary. You love to see it, father and son sharing a special moment, and the new level championship is on the line. And the bell sounds, and here we go. Both the X-Later and Skella J, all fours on the mat. As they come up, Skella J with a kick to the midsection instead of going for a lockup. A headlock takeover. It's smart by Skella J. He wants to keep his championship. The X-Later with a hammerlock, bringing Skella J into a choke. Skella J able to avoid that. Grab the arms, rolls through with the X-Later. Goes for the pin, but the X-Later reverses it. As Skella J up. Skella J off the back of the X-Later. The X-Later rolls through, kicking Skella J, but Skella J tilt-a-whirl, has the X-Later, has him up and drives him down, back and net, head first into the mat, and then kicks to the back, and a drop kick to the back of the neck. Skella J in control early on, over the top rope, and hanging the X-Later up on that top rope. Springboard, and nails his target there and across to the other side, but the X-Later rolling through in between the ropes, flipping in with Skella J, rolling back into a pin, perhaps no, beating on the head of his own son. Skella J throws him off, and the X-Later feeling disrespected. Off the back of Skella J, the X-Later. Kill switch. Driving Skella J down to the mat. The X-Later out on the apron, waiting for Skella J to get up. Springboard, flipping 450 into a kick by Skella J, catching him coming in. And a standing shooting star press leg drop. Skella J hoisting the X-Later up onto his shoulder and slamming him down center of the ring. Skella J with a pin. The X-Later kicks out at 1. Heavy offense by Skella J. Taking it to his father here tonight. And a flip. Drop salt there, but the X-Later kicks off the chest of Skella J and a drop salt of his own. He will not be shown up. By Skella J, the X-Later runs the ropes. The X-Later changes his direction and hits that calf kick. The X-Later's got him up, suplex position. Brain buster, driving him down on the top of his dome. Rolls through, drop kick. The X-Later arm drag into the neck breaker. And a kip up into the stomp. Landing right on the chest of Skella J. Skella J trips the leg. Comes in with the elbow shot. The X-Later up, flips him through to the ropes. The X-Later moves out of the way. Skella J through the middle and top rope, but he pulls the X-Later out with him and slams him back first into the top turnbuckle and slams him back into the ring. And that flip drop kick hits the X-Later dead center in the jaw. In the center of the ring, Skella J with that drop, that flipping drop kick that he has won many matches with. Skella J now trying to get the X-Later back to the ring, but the X-Later using the ropes to avoid being brought back in. The X-Later comes back on his own accord. He's got Skella J and flipping, oh my god, an alley-oop. But Skella J rolls through. The X-Later goes for the drop kick over the top rope onto the apron. Skella J moves out of the way, boot to the face. Hand standing into the X-Later, picking him up as he gets back to his feet and dropping the X-Later on his head. As he lands safely on his feet, the X-Later might be done after that. Springboard, back elbow. Skella J building up the momentum now. Super kick by Skella J through the legs of the X-Later, tripping the X-Later. and rolling through, but the Exhalator reverses on top of SkeleJ now, and the Exhalator back up, flip, a drop salt in the corner, and now picking SkeleJ back up, beating on his back. He has SkeleJ up on the top rope. No way. Decapitator. Decapitator onto the apron. Oh, man. That could be it for the champion's reign now. Bringing him back in. The Exhalator's got SkeleJ up, throws him into the ropes. And he rebounds back into the Lightning Octopus, but SkeleJ hits the ropes before he even hits the mat, I believe. He was crawling out of that as soon as he seen his dad go for his legs. That Lightning Octopus will end the match in a heartbeat. What balance, and SkeleJ turns that into a power bomb. Somehow the balance of both men was incredible there. Flip, coup de grace, and just grinding his feet into the abdominal of the Exhalator. Backbreaker driver, center of the ring, and he's not done. SkeleJ picking the Exhalator up on his shoulder. My God, gut buster. Sidewalk slam. SkeleJ up to the top rope. Shooting star press, misses it. The Exhalator out of the way. Sling blade. SkeleJ gets a sliced bread by SkeleJ. And SkeleJ flipping through, cartwheeling with the Exhalator in his arms. The Exhalator off the back though, throws him down to the mat. SkeleJ rolling through with the Exhalator, going for the pin. 2 count there, the Exhalator kicks out. These two men have to be exhausted, going 90 miles an hour, and just then, oh my God, what moves by SkeleJ. I don't even know what to call those. Just impressive. Flipping his body in every direction to maximize the impact. SkeleJ throwing the Exhalator out of the ring. And springing out, flipping onto the Exhalator. SkeleJ got all of that dive. Oh my God, German suplexing the Exhalator onto the apron there. That was nasty. And where is SkeleJ going now? SkeleJ climbing up the high rink district. SkeleJ going to dive, but the Exhalator climbing over the fans and trying to meet SkeleJ up there. And he does, and goes for the arm drag. SkeleJ holding on. He's holding on to a fan, it looks like. And the Exhalator now crawling over SkeleJ. And SkeleJ smashing the Exhalator's head into our announce desk. These guys better be careful. They are high up. The Exhalator with a jawbreaker. Oh man, and slamming SkeleJ into those steps. SkeleJ with a boot to the face. And sits up. And the Exhalator, oh man, with a moonsault onto our announce desk. And I think he caught his knee in the face of SkeleJ. SkeleJ might be out. The Exhalator looking for some way to climb this. And he does. He's at the top of this. He must be 60 feet from the ring. Gotta be 20 feet. Oh my God, 450 splash. The announce table didn't break, but their bodies might have. SkeleJ somehow up with a chair, avoiding the shot. The Exhalator was about to hit him in the head with our monitor, and SkeleJ, I don't know how he survived that, and a cutter back into the ring. 40 feet in the air. My God, the Exhalator rolls out of the way of the pin, somehow avoiding it. How the hell are these two still alive after that fall is the ultimate question that Ripley's Believe It or Not nobody could answer. These two just took a horrendous fall, all in the name.
Wait, what the? Andre the Giant just snatching the Exhalator out and slamming him onto the apron. What the hell? Andre the Giant has a match later tonight for the APE World Championship, and he just slides the Exhalator back in after slamming him into the apron behind Sting's back. Skele-J just said move out of the way and goes for the pin. He knows what just happened. The Exhalator kicks out at 2. I thought that was going to be it. I thought Skele-J just stole this one. Does he know what just happened with Andre? Andre up on the apron now, and Sting telling him to get off the apron. What the hell? CM Punk! CM Punk! Go to sleep, and Skele-J on the pin. Skele-J just stole this win here tonight with the help of Andre the Giant and CM Punk. What is going on? The new level. Wow. And your winner, and still the new level world champion, Skele-J. Dude Love, there's Dude Love. What are you doing, man? What the hell? Ugh. Boo. Boo. Suck, Andre. Boo. And a power bomb by Andre to Dude Love and an elbow drop. And this is a new faction we are seeing. CM Punk, Andre the Giant, and Skele-J may be unstoppable. And coming up next, it's the LZW Championship on the line. We are being accompanied by Andre the Giant. Thank you for having me. Introducing the #1 contender, Mae Young. Did you see what just happened? Much like Mae Young's about to take care of babies. Well, Andre, how have you prepared for your match tonight? I don't need to prepare. I'm Andre the fucking Giant. The LZW World Champion, Asuka. Mae Young, Asuka for the LZW World Championship, and they lock up. And Mae Young gets the headlock. Asuka getting her off. But Mae Young coming back with an arm drag. Asuka getting to the ropes. And Asuka holding onto that top rope, flips over and bringing Mae Young out onto the apron. Asuka going for a kick. Mae Young out of the way. Asuka avoids Mae Young and throws her to the turnbuckle in the corner. Up on the top rope. And a spider suplex by Asuka. Asuka back up to the top rope. Flatliner sending Mae Young into the corner, and then a shoulder block. Shoulder tackle 2 in a row into the corner. Throwing Mae Young back to the top rope. And then Asuka using her legs to throw her back off the top rope. And Asuka back up to the top. Drop kick forwarded by Mae Young. And Mae Young jumping on top of Asuka in a snapmare. Another snapmare, a vicious snapmare into the center of the ring, and an arm drag, Japanese style arm drag, kick to the midsection, throwing Asuka back to the center of the ring. And again, flipping Asuka, and then a shin across the chest, forearm across the forehead, and a massive chop across the chest.
Mae Young trying to pull Asuka back into the ring. Asuka holding onto that rope and just gets kicked in the thigh. And now Mae Young stepping on the throat of Asuka and another chop. Say what you will about Mae Young, but she is vicious in the ring and she could very well be the next LZW World Champion. Beautiful there. Back body drop by Mae Young. Claymore kick. Mae Young slamming Asuka down to the mat. Asuka goes for the Pele, but Mae Young out of the way. Goes for a boot. Asuka out of the way. Asuka arm drag. Jockeying for position. Asuka throws Mae Young. Snapmare, but Mae Young lands on her feet and a boot. Asuka saw it coming but couldn't get out of the way. Mae Young using the ropes. In-ring splash, and Mae Young ripping, gouging at the eyes of Asuka, and Sting telling her you can't be gouging the eyes out of your opponents. Mae Young brainbuster. And now Mae Young has full control of this match. What will she do with it? No, Asuka now in control. Mae Young not able to keep control. Asuka trips the legs and crotches Mae Young in the corner. And what a unique way to bring Mae Young back into the ring. And Asuka's got her up. Now Asuka lock. Asuka lock. She's going for it. She's got her center of the ring. Mae Young floats back. 1, 2, no. Asuka able to kick out. The ref making sure her shoulders were all the way down. The count. Mae Young has Asuka up. Slams her down face, body first. Onto the mat. Beating her in the corner. Heavy chops in the corner. Asuka kicks her way out. And Mae Young trips Asuka off that middle rope. And a sliding elbow, but Asuka ducks underneath. What a unique arm drag there. Japanese arm drag using the top rope to leverage it. Mae Young has Asuka up. Powerbomb. Asuka off the back on the apron behind her. And has her hooked. Asuka suplexing Mae Young out onto the floor. Concrete with that little thin piece of padding there. The only place there's padding. And a neck breaker, swinging neck breaker, hanging her off the apron, and then a knee coming in. Asuka going to send Mae Young back in, but Mae Young drops down, back body dropping Asuka onto the apron. That was nasty by Mae Young. And Legion tries to come in while Mae Young was telling Sting to come help her out, and Sting too wise to it, telling Legion to get out, but Mae Young, while Sting was distracted, knocking Asuka out with the championship. And Sting sees the belt and throwing it out. And he knows something's up here, but he reluctantly makes the cover. He didn't see anything go down. Asuka kicks out. Mae Young's got Asuka up. Asuka holding on to that top rope, but Mae Young pulling her from it. Has her up in a Death Valley driver off the middle rope. 2, and Asuka gets the shoulder up. Asuka rolling through. Asuka lock. Can she get it locked in? And Asuka locks center of the ring, and she's got it hooked in, and Legion again on the apron, and Sting not witnessing. Oh man, Mae Young just tapped. Asuka thought she won the match, but Sting telling her that he did not see the tap happen, and Asuka is not happy about it. Mae Young just tripped Asuka into Sting. Damn it, Mae Young. Legion climbing to the top rope. Oh God, crossbody by Legion. Has Asuka up. Powerbomb Mae Young. Neck breaker, power bomb combination by Mae Young and Legion, and Mae Young going for the pin. And Legion grabbing Sting. Wait a minute, Molly Holly! Molly Holly coming down with a Money Bank briefcase. And Emma right there with her, and she just knocks Mae Young and Legion out with the briefcase. And Molly Holly, she's cashing it in. Sting making it official. She's cashing it in. And oh man, this is now a triple threat. Molly Holly doing what's right for justice. She will not let Mae Young win this like that. Win the prestigious LZW championship. Take it from Asuka like that. Molly Holly throwing Legion out of here, but what Molly Holly, I don't know if she realized she just made this game for Legion to interfere in this match and not get disqualified. And Asuka just kicked Molly Holly in the head. Molly was trying to tell her, she was trying to help her out, but she's not trying to help her out, she's trying to take her title. Molly Holly back up, going after Mae Young after Mae Young took down Asuka. Molly Holly throwing Mae Young into Asuka, and she is a lot more fresh in this match. Nice springing off the middle rope arm drag, and she recently got a win off Legion on the past episode, the Go Home Show of Desolation. Molly springing off the hips, but Mae Young shoots her off the rope. Turns around, Asuka with a kick. Molly turns around and kicks Asuka, who rushes in. Molly up to the top rope. Molly go round. And Molly with a Molly go round. Asuka into Mae Young. Molly Holly may be the new champion here tonight. Legion coming in. And Emma just shot Molly Holly the steel chair to take care of Legion. And Legion just gets taken out with a steel chair by Molly Holly. And Molly now raising it to Mae Young. Mae Young pleading. What? Emma just took the chair out of the hands of Molly Holly. What is she doing? And Mae Young now has Molly Holly up. Are you kidding me? Emma, no! She just helped Mae Young with a super bulldog and now stomped down onto Molly Holly, and Emma going after Asuka now, shoving Asuka out of the ring. This is what... I can't believe what is happening right now. It's called strategy. Mae Young taking control now of Molly Holly. He's got her up. Driving her down head first into the mat, rolls through with this dragon sleeper, and Molly Holly taps out. We have a new LZW World Champion, folks.
And your winner, and the new
Emma helped
LZW
Mae
World
Young do it.
Champion, Mae Young. This is unbelievable.
Damn it, Emma.
Andre certainly proud of Mae Young, like he stated before the match, and now Andre in the ring, ready for his world title match. The APE World Heavyweight Champion, Hook.
So tell the girls that I am back in town.
Andre taking the title and tries to hit Hook with it, but Hook moving out of the way. And here we go, Hook with a suplex already to Andre the Giant. And he holds on to the waist, but Andre quickly able to sprawl out and fling Hook. Hook getting back in this, and what a throw by Hook, getting underneath the hips of Andre. He's figured out the recipe to suplex the Giant. What a unique pin there. Andre kicking out at 1, and Andre goes for that chop, and that could have been it right there. Hook with a few back elbows, some shots backing Andre into the corner, but Andre just letting him do it. And throwing Hook into the corner, rushes in with a back elbow. And Andre with another back elbow as Hook gets back up in the corner. Goes for that elbow drop. I was about to say Andre staying in control, but Hook, back body drop. Surprising what he's able to do with the Giant here at Battle Sanctuary. Back body drop by Andre to Hook, center of the ring. Headbutt, throws Hook across, and Hook with another back body drop to the Giant. He avoided contact with that clothesline and hit his own back body drop, and then delivering a boot, and now he's got the go behind waist lock. Andre gets him off, and then a massive chop. That's what you need to avoid, Hook. And this too, the Giant stomping his entire body weight down on Hook. Picks him up, throws him towards the rope, and as he comes back, he gets a shot to the midsection, taken down with a hammer, and then another Andre the Giant full body stomp, body slam, gorilla press slam. He's got him up. And oh my God, he just threw him into the crowd. You gotta be kidding me. Hook gets back up and he goes after Andre, and Andre just flings him back into the crowd. That was nuts. And Andre picking Hook up and throwing him into the barricade. Hook can't even stand up. This is a total beatdown on the APE World Heavyweight Champion. Andre again. My God, what a mighty slam by Andre. Hook from behind, and he hooks Andre. No way. Suplexing Andre into that apron. Andre falling back onto the concrete. Hook sends the Giant flying. Hook might have a chance here on the apron, coming down. Double sledge to the back of Andre. And now Hook trying to lock in Red Rum. Can Hook lock it in? It's outside of the ring. It doesn't matter, but he could definitely use it to wear down the Giant. Throws the Giant back into the stage set, and a back body drop out onto the stage. Hook with a right hand, and another one, and Andre bear hugging Hook. Nasty. Throwing him, has him back up, gorilla press slam into the stage set, and the Giant having his way with Hook, but Hook not giving up, using the stage set to catapult off of with a Superman forearm. Andre comes in with a clothesline but misses. Hook, my God, taking out the stage set and raining down right hands on the Giant. Hook going for a Red Rum. No, Andre throwing Hook across the arena. And Andre jumping off, elbow drop, throws Hook back into the ring. Andre stomp to the midsection of Hook. How much more of this can he take? And he's got the Red Rum in. Hook's got it locked in. Red Rum center of the ring, and Andre drops down with all of his weight. He thought it would break it, but Hook stays on it. Andre again. My God, Hook staying with the Red Rum, and he may be choking out the Giant. Andre able to go backwards with all of his weight on the shoulders, and Hook somehow kicks out of that. Andre over the top rope onto the apron. And what a clothesline, sending Hook inside out. Andre up to the top. Hook meets him up there. And Hook slams the Giant off the top rope. Chop by Andre. Hits the ropes. Hook comes back with a flying forearm. On the shoulders of Hook. Andre is on the shoulders of Hook. Hook's got him. What strength by Hook. Oh my God, Gorilla Press Slam by Hook. What strength. That was insane. Gorilla Press Slam by Hook to the Giant. And another slam. Reverse back body drop, sending Andre down. Face first, center of the ring. Heavy shots, comes back. Andre goes for the boot, but Hook ducks underneath and has the Red Rum locked in. Red Rum suplex, dropping Andre on his beam. Andre with a chop. Elbow drop, center of the ring. No way. Andre the Giant is the new champion. That's all it takes, folks. A chop and an elbow drop from the Giant, and he secures the World Championship. Incredible. They suck. They suck. Love him or hate him, the Giant is the new champion of the world. Wait! No way! The Exhalator! He's here! With the Money Bank briefcase! Waving it in Andre's face! The Exhalator! The Exhalator has cashed in Money Bank, and here we go! The Money Bank contract has been cashed in. The Exhalator drop kick to the Giant and bringing him back in. Andre was trying to take a moment, and the Exhalator raining down shots. Springboard, but into a chop by the Giant. Andre going for an elbow drop. The Exhalator moving out of the way, and a chop by the Exhalator. Super kick by the Exhalator. Goes down and takes the Giant down using his ankles. Put the Giant back up, and Andre with a drop kick, sending the Exhalator back to the corner. The Exhalator back up, but over the back of Andre. The Exhalator kicking his feet and bringing Andre down to his level. He has Andre the Giant off the ground. The strength of the Exhalator, and he hoists him up. Decapitator incoming. And he nails it center of the ring. Andre. That's got to be it. The Exhalator stomping. And drop kick. The Exhalator with that calf kick. Flipping flatliner. The Exhalator. Andre the Giant for the APE World Champion. Exhalator trying to get him down, and he does. He's got him in the Anaconda Vice, center of the ring. Andre, big shots to the head of the Exhalator to get him off. Right hand to the midsection by Andre to the Exhalator. Headbutts. Andre's desperate right now. He misses wildly. The Exhalator DDT. Andre throws him off. Andre underneath the Exhalator picks him up. Deep six by the Giant. Elbow drop. The Exhalator kicks it away. Springboard Phoenix Splash. Andre back up to his feet. The Exhalator. Yes. He's got it. Lightning Octopus. Can he sink it in? It's sunk in. Center of the ring. Andre. He can't reach the rope. He's trying to get out. He's flipping out, but he can't. Andre struggling. He tapped out. We have a new APE World Champion, folks. The Exhalator has done it. He has successfully cashed in the Money Bank. Let's go.
Excavator! Excavator! I just found the craziest rock formation. That's funny, boss. Good one.
Yeah. You guys better be laughing. 'Cause I'm laughing. And everybody's laughing at us. They're laughing at the $1 Million Foundation, as they should be. When's the last time you won a match, Shane? Stephanie, you had a chance in that battle royal. Come on. JJ Justice. You were supposed to be my next big thing. I still am, boss. You're not. You're losing at an alarming rate. My investments are draining. Just give me another opportunity. I know it's bad. Yeah. You're gonna get another opportunity. You and Shane. You and Shane are in the first match of Arena. My pay-per-view. My baby. And it's a battle to the death. Because I'm replacing one of you. One of you will stay. But one of you has got to go. And I'm gonna get somebody after Arena. They're gonna take this gold. They're gonna take one of your spots.
Stand back. There's a hurricane coming through.
The following contest is the main event, and it is for the LZW World Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first, the Hurricane. And the LZW World Champion, Vader. Oh man, the Hurricane taking Vader out. Drop kicking him through that. It was a table with that Battle Sanctuary sign on it, and now raining down heavy shots on Vader. This is the most personal match of the night. These two were best friends. Vader throwing that sign onto the Hurricane and stomping down on him. Vader tossing the Hurricane into the stage setup. LZW Championship off the head. That is a heavy stage. That is a heavy stage piece, and he just threw it onto the legs, the knees of the Hurricane. The Hurricane not being done after that.
It's not your time anymore.
I witnessed them using cranes to lift that 400-pound statue, moonsault by Vader off that platform, and the World Heavyweight Champion taking advantage of the fact that the Hurricane using his emotions and couldn't wait for the bell, and now it's anything goes because the bell is not sounded and the Hurricane might not have use of his legs. Vader back in the ring. The Hurricane even make it into this match, into the main event. Julia Price back into the ring. She told the Hurricane he's got to get back into the ring. She's gonna ring the bell. The Hurricane tripping over that table, trying to use it to prop himself up. And he's in. He made it, but at what cost? Vader elbow drop to the small of the back. And Hurricane, the sun has gone down. Sidewalk slam, and it has to be dawning on the Hurricane that the seekers of justice are in ruins. I mean, after what Emma did tonight to Molly Holly, it's just Molly, Hurricane, and Rosie. That was a beautiful crucifix bomb. Now off the back, flipping off the back of Vader, but Vader, my God, making him pay for it. Throwing him into the ropes. Back body drop, Hurricane landing on his feet, rolls back. And nice rolling through with Vader right there, connected to him, jumps up, stomp. The Hurricane now has the back of Vader. And the Hurricane got this choke. Can he get the choke in? He's got his whole body up in it, but Vader just shrugging it off. And that choke is a devastating choke, but Hurricane couldn't get it locked in. Vader rushes in. Hurricane, nice Hurricane Rana there. He's able to get that move in. But just as he was creating any kind of momentum, Vader just shuts him down. Hurricane flips off the back of Vader. Vader turns around. The Hurricane gets thrown into the rope. Leapfrog, handstand, springboard over the rope onto the apron. Vader misses that. The Hurricane off the back, and he's got it. Vertebreaker. Can he get it? This might be all the Hurricane needs. Yes, Vertebreaker, center of the ring. And he should have went for the pin, but a shooting star press. The pin and only a 1 count. Wow. Hip up stomp. And then shins to the chest of Vader. Hurricane keeping the kicks coming. It's what you gotta do, Hurricane. Nice springboard kick there. Bulldog. Hurricane to the second rope in the corner. Drop kick. Vader comes back off the rope. Hurricane has him up. Sidewalk slam and flipping him center of the ring. Vader landing face first. The Hurricane spinning black mass kick to Vader on his knees. And now the Hurricane hoisting Vader onto the apron. And Hurricane, my God, with that springboard lion salt connects, but Vader landing on top of him as they come back into the ring. Drop down by Hurricane underneath the boot. High knee by Hurricane taking down Vader. And Hurricane headlock takeover. Such a simple move, but it's effective. It slowed Vader down, but he comes back with a huge lariat. And Hurricane coming with a stomp to the mid-back of Vader, and Vader melting out of the ring. Hurricane back onto the apron. And nice Hurricane Rana sending Vader into the post, crashing down onto the concrete. Hurricane back up, shooting star press. Throwing Vader into the crowd and throwing the weapons on top of him. This is not no disqualification, folks, but it is the main event of Battle Sanctuary, so there will be a little bit of leniency here as Hurricane just taking it. Phoenix Splash, taking out all of his rage and frustration over the past few months onto the person who has been causing all of his problems. But Vader with a powerbomb, and that may have shut down the back of Hurricane's head, hitting that barricade. But he moves out of the way. He might not be shut down. And he comes back, flying calf kick to the back of Vader.
Oh, excuse me, pardon me.
He's
guys.
climbing over Eric Bischoff and Billy Graham, the general managers of APE and LZW. And oh my God, Hurricane flying off
that platform high above the ring. And the Hurricane now picking Vader up. Vader throwing Hurricane head first into the steel post. Vader up on the apron and a Vader splash. Vader throwing Hurricane into that barricade, the steel barricade. And Vader with a table, pulling a table out and setting it up right here out. Oh my God, and he just threw Hurricane head first onto that table and it dropped, the leg dropped from underneath it. Vader able to set it back up with the Hurricane laying on it and a back fist by Vader. Now Vader climbing up high above. And the Hurricane off the table and the Hurricane climbing up to meet Vader. Back and forth. The Hurricane getting the best of Vader. And now climbing over Vader. Vader holding on to the Hurricane. But knees drops Vader, and Vader, if he comes tumbling down, that could be a career ender. The Hurricane stomping. Jumping from one platform to the other out here. High above the ring. All concrete. Vader climbing up, chasing the Hurricane, but he is running out of gas. He's hurting. But he's got to get his hands on the Hurricane if he wants to keep his championship. Hurricane raining down shots on Vader, up on the shoulder. Hurricane off the back, throwing Vader head first. But Vader with a suplex out here onto the concrete. This concrete jungle out here. Oh my God, Vader with a lariat sending Hurricane out into the jungle behind the arena. The Hurricane blending in, but Vader able to find him and moonsault. Moonsault into the depths. Throwing him back out here in front of the crowd. And the Hurricane got his ankles around the head of Vader. Sends Vader tumbling onto the announce desk. Vader had a very narrow path there. And the Hurricane swinging off the crowd, flipping off that structure. Moonsault foot stomp through the announce desk. Skilla J and the X-Later definitely hurt the integrity of our desk earlier, but this time it exploded. Hurricane picking Vader up, but Vader hoists the Hurricane up. Hurricane trying to get off the back of Vader, and he does, but a spinning back fist to the Hurricane. Hurricane collapses. Vader powers him up. Power bomb. Where's he gonna throw him? No way. Oh my God, power bomb through the table. That had to be 40, 45 feet. Table pieces everywhere. And Vader throwing the Hurricane back into the ring, and he slides in, and this has got to be it. The Hurricane, not only does he lose the match, he loses his career. He loses the Seekers. He kicked out. How the hell is the Hurricane still breathing, let alone in this match? And he just runs into Vader. Choke, slam, center of the ring. The Hurricane pops up. Oh my God, code red. No, Vader turns around. Hurricane off the back. No way. Hurricane hoists Vader up. Vader doesn't know how he ended up in this predicament, but Hurricane knows. Hurricane strategically hits the vertebraker center of the ring. Vader back up, and the Hurricane spinning back fist of Vader. No way. Hurricane with the pin. And the Hurricane is the new champion the only two-time LZW World Champion in history. Congratulations, Hurricane. You did it. What a show, folks. Thank you for joining us. This has been Battle Sanctuary, and we will see you at Desolation. Seekers still live. That's right. The Seekers of Justice are still alive.